Hey everybody, Josh here, and I usually don't make these kinds of vlog style videos, but I felt that this one was necessary. So I recently applied to the Disney College program for the term of spring 2016, and I felt that this video was necessary because as I was kind of researching sample interview questions for the phone interview, which I was kind of nervous about, I looked up videos that were from kids who applied for the fall and the spring of 2015 and 2014. And some of the questions that were asked in their phone interviews differed a lot from the ones that I got asked. So I'm here to share those with you if you are applying for anything spring 2016, fall 2016, if they use those questions for the next term. But, so the changes are here. First change I noticed, it's not so much why the Disney College program as it is how can you, with your professional skill set and your past experience, help Disney grow as a company. How is your skill set going to provide an advantage to us over other theme parks and other companies of that nature? So you have to talk about your background and your skill set and how it would be advantageous for them to hire you, which should kind of be a no-brainer in any interview. How do you set yourself apart from others? Sorts of things like that. They asked a lot of questions about my background and my job experience, not relating it to Disney, just all these things that you did in the past and how you coped with them. Coping, I mean coping by what was your toughest job, what was your busiest day at work, do you work better in a team or in an individual setting, was there a challenging guest situation that you had to accommodate, kinds of stuff like that. You will always get asked those types of questions, how you overcame adversity in the workplace for the better. This was a weird question that I had never heard before, and she only asked me this because my favorite role that I wanted to apply for was attractions, and she asked me, if there was a child who didn't meet the height requirement for a ride, how would you let him know that? How would you tell him he couldn't get on the ride? And it kind of took me aback because I hadn't really thought about that much. So I just kind of winged it with, well, you still have to keep a smile on your face while you tell him, oh, I'm sorry, you can't go on the ride. And I kind of know how that feels because when you're short, I'm kind of short, you know, 5'9" is a little bit short, but when I was younger I was really short and I couldn't get on a bunch of the rides that I wanted to, and it's kind of heartbreaking. So with that in mind, you have to tell them, oh, it's alright, you have time to grow, there will be other rides that you could go on, and there will be other times you could ride this ride. But anyway, that's one that you might get asked if you have attractions as your highest preference. Let's see, beyond that, they will ask you a lot about experience, if you have any in regard to some of your higher roles that relate back to what you have done in previous work experience. For example, one of my higher roles was PhotoPass, and they said, how much experience do you have with camera equipment? So, I mean, that's one that you should obviously prepare for if you have either PhotoPass or recreation. Have you been working outdoors? Do you like working outdoors? Obviously you should. So there's that. Let's see, I went over professionally. How would the Disney College program help you professionally? They didn't get rid of that question. What Disney means to you? What does the Disney standard mean to you? There's that question. So I talked about how, you know, when you think of Disney, you think of an elite professional Fortune 500 company, all that jazz, magic, giving you the spark, you know, giving you the best experience of your life while you're on vacation. that was Disney. I'm sure that the interview will touch on that. And then I was expecting her to give me an option to ask her questions about a bunch of stuff, but she did rattle off a whole bunch of information right before we hung up. And all of that information kind of answered all of my questions. So I'm guessing most of the questions that people have, she will answer for you if you get the same person that I did. If you get somebody else, it's all up in the air. But she said all of the credit the opportunities for college credit would be addressed if you move further in the application process. And she kind of just straight up told me what got her involved in Disney and why she loves the program, which I didn't even ask her. So there's that too. And so I really didn't have any questions at the end, which kind of made me seem unprofessional, but I don't think it'll hinder anything. Let's see. Other than that, usually they asked for your top 5, and they go off your list of high preference to low preference in your role designation. But she just asked me for my top 2. And why I think I would excel at those roles. So have your top 2 ready. Have why you think you would be great at them. That's about it, I believe. It didn't last too long. Like, some calls people have been saying have gone over 40 minutes. Mine was 22 minutes. So, and most of that was going over my background, making sure everything on my application was right. And then the toughest job story, the busiest day story, the challenging guest story, team versus individual, and why. All that kind of stuff you should have predetermined in your head, ready to answer. Okay. That's a buttload of content for you. I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you get accepted to the Disney College program. I hope I get accepted to the Disney College program. I will put an update in the video if I do or not. And obviously, if I don't, then this video probably won't be helpful to you. So, there it is. Disney College program. Alrighty. Bye.